I guess in a way. It is what it is.
Coach, this is the NFL. The new man in D.C., Case Keenum, and the Washington Redskins. Green Bay Packers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But broadcast team.
Yeah.
Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
This place first opened way back in 19. Field here in Green Bay.
I didn't think he was going to.
For its Packers and the green and gold came
I didn't think he was going to.
time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. With the Washington Redskins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we interplay here. They've handled.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Number 12 in green and gold coming out to lead the Packers. Of course, that's Aaron Rodgers. Last year for Rodgers, despite the young receiving core, despite the nagging injuries, despite the removal of his head coach, better than 4,400 passing yards, the second highest total in his 14 NFL seasons. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-coached and extremely confident in what they do.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchdown.
You said, but
it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense led by their new quarterback,
God.
Keenum, a guy, he's
Damn
seen his fair
it.
share of highs and lows in this game. The high, likely his 22-touchdown season for the Vikings in 2017.
You pull that shit on me, man.
Traded by Denver after one 6-10 season. But here he is, ready to rock and roll. Keenum now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Yes, I sure did.
Preston Smith in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw, Keenum. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. The 29. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Keenan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We have that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Keenan to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Throwing is Keenan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Preston Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
Yeah, I'm not willing to vote yet just because I want to wait till the season's over. Tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now going to throw again. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Rodgers now already at 100 yards passing in this 1st quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for Packers touchdown. For Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. 2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finish things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. No run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And about set now for their next drive, Case Keenum and the Redskins. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A toss play. This is Peterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's got it complete to Thompson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gets fielded in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from chilly Philadelphia. To throw, it's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just getting ready to go as they take the field. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now it's Rodgers looking deep for Adams. That's caught at the 25. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left.
Beat it! Yeah.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd down now. It's Thompson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Keenan, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit. We're not even at halftime.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That was P.I.
They go for it on 4th down. My goodness, incomplete. Well, that, my friend, is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half.
Yeah, get swallowed up, bitch.
Time to be aggressive. Now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdowns.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion.
Oh, yeah.
He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Shotgun now for Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy come
to go again on offense. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy. And you know, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guys just get the sack that it no longer counts?
No. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Preston Smith in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game.
Lay down.
They'll run with a fullback for Hannah, and they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down.
Animals act like you're dying.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Marvin Jones, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jacoby Brissett, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 21-0, the final score. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Keenum over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, and now it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, but they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and it's coming right on top of it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And Packer football here, first down and 10.
Damn annoying, dog.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gets?
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, they didn't slow them down. They got a big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Dancing to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it.
Two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. That's fielded in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Keenum. Well, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And this is going to be Packer football. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
To throw again on second down. Keenum, Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week.
And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. This is Jones, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, you know, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. Just carving them up.
4 touchdowns. Completion and going to the end zone. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Pussy. Are your feelings still hurt at me?
No, Miss Miss, I got a lot to take in.
Are you disgusted I'm your mom? Like mad?
No, it's just everything I have to take in and deal with it.
I'm sorry I let you down.
You didn't let me down.
I did. And the way I responded, I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Very much, my little head.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the focus of our players' spotlight right now is shining on Case Keenum. And what would you say? Is it the offensive line that has caused a lot of this pressure to get back there?
That's always the first place that you have to look to see what's going on. But part of it is so difficult to simulate this type of...
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the carry, Thompson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length. Because
it's caught inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. It's caught here by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. It's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Such an impressive punt return, 83 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Don't be sad about it. Don't be sad about it. Ow!
Keenum and the Redskins. Now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Keenum. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Oh, it's completely dark.
So it's
I see it.
football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Williams will try again. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
2 times. 4 down.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now. Because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step. And
that's a victory. So for Green Bay, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the